Going back to Haggard, it's a comedy. Has anyone here seen it?
Yeah.
Okay. There's been fans in the house, that makes sense. There is a horror sequence, the fork in the eye.
Oh, yeah.
Tell us how you did that.
We, this guy, his name is Tom Martin, and he does, like, I guess prostate, I don't even know what it's called, fake skin and blood with the corn syrup and shit. So, the chick stabs him in the eye, and then we instantly cut to somebody else's reaction going, oh my God. So then when we cut back to it, now it's a fake eye with a fork in it with blood. So, you know, if we couldn't have edited to the guy's reaction, I don't know how you could make that work.
Okay, so it didn't actually connect.
No, it went, and then it cut right there, and then I filmed the guy go, and then we put it in with the fake shit.
That's filmmaking, guys. That is cinema. You are an auteur. And to what extent, as things went on, as Jackass blew up, and even as you started doing more reality stuff, did you continue working behind the scenes, behind the camera, editing?
Yeah, I mean, I would always just, it worked like a perfect Heartagram. Like, I would skate all day, edit it, direct it, put it out, and repeat. So, and it was just a perfect formula. And as a matter of fact, when you hear the sound of film, that's $60. That's $100. It's very expensive. So when I'm trying to trick all day with these new fucking film cards that last 4 hours, it's like, all right, you have 4 hours to land the trick. It gives me no motivation. I need to hear that film sound, knowing that I'm wasting a lot of money not landing the fucking thing. So I prefer film when we're shooting skateboarding tricks because I'll definitely land it way quicker. We showed up with a camera card at this thing called the Rock Cap. I was trying to heel flip varial it for fucking 3 hours just because I knew I had the time. Film card.
Right.
Then the fucking Aeroflex shows up with film, and I'm hearing, I did it fucking 3 tries.
Wow.
Just because I'm like, I have to land this. I acted like it was like a skate contest and I would win the gold if I just shut up and land it.
You're not still shooting skate tricks, are you?
I am now because this bitch got my legs back to better.
Can you still do a kickflip?
Fuck yeah, I can do a kickflip switch with my eyes closed.
Nobody brought a deck, did they? In the car. Oh, okay.
We have a couple in the car.
So, your career has been difficult. Your
Yeah.
timeline has had some difficulties.
Yeah.
And like I was saying before, you've been involved in such toxic scenes even before they were toxic, which is between reality TV and skateboarding.
Yeah.
Where did things go wrong?
Well, when Ryan Dunn died, I started drinking not as a celebration. You know, before that, it was like, yo, it's a Friday night, let's go out and drink. We just finished the fucking Viva La Bands episode. Woo, what's up, guys? Whatever. Drinking, celebration, yay. But when he died, I was drinking to forget. I was drinking alone. I was drinking to get fucking wasted and black out. Like, my mission was to be a professional pile of shit because I liked getting so blacked out to where the point my friends would be like, well, you had a good time last night. I'm like, yeah, I had a good time at Iron Hill Pub. Iron Hill Pub. Then you pissed all over the fucking front desk. You peed a pit, you're banned for life. I'm like, oh, really lose sleep over that. And then you fucking beat up that one guy for no reason. I'm like, oh, I did that shit. It was fun for me until I realized I thought I got golden footage one night and I had to edit myself. I was all excited to watch it and I realized how bad I was slurring words and repeating myself. And I was like, fuck, I need to stop drinking. But I still kept doing it anyway. Because when you get forced into fucking rehab by a bunch of poison cocksuckers who are all hypocrites anyway, you're already bitter and mad. So when you tell me, hey, Bam, you want to meet up at Ruth Chris Steakhouse? We're going to meet up with so-and-so. Oh, yeah, it sounds like fun. It's an intervention. It's a circle your friends saying, we think you need to. Now I'm already pissed. It doesn't matter if I'm going for a year or 2 years or 30 days. When I get out, I'm drinking a fucking White Claw. So, this guy tried to get me sober, didn't work. This girl tried to get me sober, didn't work. This girl tried to get me sober. Do I have a reason to be sober now? Yes.
Yeah.
And for feeding the wolf.
So, take a note. Alcoholics Anonymous, you just need to dangle pussy. That's all.
And you need to have, you have to have a structure and a schedule. Because when you wake up with your fucking thumb up your ass with nothing to do because I've never had a job in my life. I never had a 9 to 5. I never had a boss tell me what to do. I could do whatever I want, whatever I want. So, what am I going to do today? Shit, I don't know. I don't feel like skating because all these pills make my muscles stiff and weight gain and fucking hair loss and erectile dysfunction. So I don't feel like fucking and I don't feel like skating. Irish pub, let's go. But then I, you know, when I hit the rock bottom at Sunset Marquee, like I told you, Earth Angel over here came and saved the day because she left her relationship in Miami, very abusive relationship, and she's like, I need to get these dogs, put them in the fucking car and just drive to somewhere. I guess it's gonna be LA. So she's like, if I'm gonna stay here, he's gonna wind up killing me, and there's no doubt about it. So she gets there, we meet at the Sunset Marquee, and then the paparazzi shot of us holding hands. We're in this hot ass purple dress. Her ex-boyfriend from Miami saw that and typed, I'm coming to kill you. And he died of a fentanyl overdose on the way there in Texas.
Jesus.
Wow.
So it's kind of like we saved each other.
Goodness gracious.
Yeah.
Audience, you have some questions for
Wow.
Bam Margera. He's here in the flesh. Do you want to ask them? Or we'll keep talking. They're all from
How was it filming around the original GWAR guys?
To tell you, well, they're fucking very entertaining, but they wear those monster masks while they play. So there's so much sweat in there, and they're constantly touring to the point where they can't find a fucking laundromat. But man, if you smelled their locker room, it smells like nothing but boy in there and sweat.
I've smelled that. It's not nice.
But yeah, they're awesome. And it's a shame about Brocky. They live in Richmond, Virginia, not too far from me.
So what about music? What's going on with music these days? Are you making music?
Yeah, right now I'm working with Anthony Green from Cirque to Survive, and Black Veil Brides just did a guitar track for a song that I'm working on, and Navarone, Priscilla Presley's son is flying out on Halloween to meet Motion and Listen White. They're my friends, but to also record a song.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Great.
See, I have Prince's soundboard from Purple Rain at Castle Band, so, you know, now that every rock band knows that, they're like, we're coming. So it's fucking constantly booked. That's why right now I'm staying in Doylestown at a pro skater's house named Ed Duff. His dad owns Duff Electric, so they have like 90 acres of property and some fun Ferraris and dune buggies. Amphibious mobiles. You could go into a lake, go fishing, come out and do a fucking donut. It's fun.
Sounds like fun. Are you still friends with Ville Valo?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
How do you like the new album?
it's great, but you know, I was picturing a bit more distortion when he invented love metal, you know, and I just wish you could turn that distortion knob up. But other than that, everything is fucking rock and roll.
Nice.
Yeah, we saw him in Bethlehem at his last show, and I haven't seen him for maybe 4 years, maybe even longer than that. But it sucks because, like, I never really look up to anybody. When I saw him in Finland in 2000, May, he was all over the paper. Like, new rock band called him, and I'm like, this guy looks rad. I need to fucking meet him. And then I see his #1 video on MTV there, and it kept playing over and over again to the point where I was like obsessed with it, and I would just follow his lead, you know. If he cracked a beer open in the morning, which I didn't even drink back then when I was 22, I'm like, you're drinking a beer in the morning? I thought people do that at night. He's like, you want one? I'm like, I ain't gonna let you do it alone, you know. So I just followed his lead to the point where when I got them signed by fucking Warner Brothers for $4 million, the guys at Warner Brothers saboed me and said that I'm a bad influence on him. I follow his lead. When he cracks a beer open and he throws me one, I do it too. Because why? Because he's the fucking man. And then he opens up a pack of cigarettes. I didn't even smoke. I started smoking. So how am I the bad influence? You know, but now, so they intervened him, sent him to a treatment center, and then tried to beg him not to hang out with me anymore. But now that you know, she's got me on point, and I honestly can say this for the first time. I do not want to go back to that life anymore.
No.
Yeah.
You know, she gives me a really good reason tonight, and so does Phoenix Wolf, who I haven't seen, but you know, I'm definitely on the. There's nothing more I could be doing better to see it. You know.
So let's talk about the music videos
Yeah.
you've directed. Do you enjoy that?
Well, not anymore because nobody has a proper budget for it, and it's all the same shit. I don't even know why fucking rappers write up a treatment because we already know what it is. You roll up to the club with a Lamborghini in slow motion, then you get out with a crazy fly company goal, slow-mo walk with your bad bitch next to you, and then you fucking make it rain in the nightclub. We know. Rock videos, same thing. Rock and roll, nice ass lighting, all day long, and then there's a B story, and it's usually me and you meet, we fall in love, we get into a fight, and then we either make up or break up. Duh.
Sounds about right. And it's true that there isn't much budget because, you know, like MTV is not about that anymore, and there's like YouTube and all that. Every so often a music video will come out that's like so epic. Like, have you guys seen that Taylor Swift song?
Yeah.
It's like the most bubblegum, brainless pop song, and then it's got all this dramatic heft. But like, you could change that.
Yeah, well, people are bubblegum. I mean, I asked a lot of people, who's your favorite band? I don't know, I guess that thing that's been playing on the radio lately, that Katy Perry one song. What? How the music makes the world go round. I know when I'm fucking, my ears are bleeding diarrhea, liquid diarrhea, but pop songs are catchy, so you can't deny that. Rap songs are super catchy. Why? Because they rap about what's happening. What happened today? Yeah, I got some crazy fly Nike boots. Like, you know, I got an apple bottom bitch with boots with the fur on a dance club, shorty on the dance floor, whatever. They just rap, but rock and roll, they sing their fucking heart out. And, you know, it's so funny. Wet ass pussy. I heard that on the radio, Cardi B. Yeah, you be fucking with my wet ass pussy. Catchy as shit, never forget it. I have a very neat visual about that, spank bank material. But what if that was in a rock song? Yeah, I want to go to the club and meet a wet ass pussy. It would not work. It would never make it on air. Post Malone's talking about, I've been feeling like a rock star, cocaine on the table and I don't give a damn, taking a bunch of shit, because I'm the fucking man, taking pills. A rock song like that, yeah, sniffing cocaine, and they're like, we're never playing this. How come rap, just because it's a dope ass beat and it's catchy, gets to make it to that fucking radio?
I have no answer to that.
I love all music. I just don't really like too much jazz because it's all over the place. They can't even fucking play it again. It's a one-time thing. If you see it live, you're never going to hear that same thing again. Country music. Outlaw country is good, but I just don't get that drinking honky-tonk beer down on a Saturday night. What?
No, but I'm from Charleston, so he's liking some of it. He's going to South Carolina soon. He'll be boot scooting.
You're from Charleston?
I'm from Charleston.
We are too.
Yay! I went to Somerville High School.
I went to Stratford.
Yeah. Oh, rivals.
I know.
Rivals. I love it.
But speaking of pop music, you do have a certain affinity or I don't know. I need you to elaborate on what it is you feel like you have in common with Miss Britney Spears.
Well, she's really good friends with her ex-husband and her as well.
Jason Treywick's a good friend of mine. Yeah.
Yeah, but when I saw her big downfall with the shaved head attacking the paparazzi, I painted that on my fucking garage door because I felt her pain. And now that we're both in the Florida Shuffle with Guardians and Lightem and everybody, if you tell the police or anybody, and the police show up and you're dead serious, I could be like, look, police, if my guardian says, don't listen to him, he's schizophrenic. If you tell a cop he's schizophrenic, that just means don't listen to him. So I could be like, officer, go 3 steps to that locker and open it and you'll find his dead body. Yeah, you're schizophrenic. No, just take 3 fucking ass steps, open it, you'll find a dead body. Yeah, you're schizophrenic, whatever, hands behind your back. Like, it's like, if you tell you're schizophrenic, then they don't listen to you at all. So anytime she says something or tried to do something, she was fucking playing with fake knives dancing. She's been dancing since she was 2. Cool your fucking jetpack. Let her dance. And she had fake ass knives. Meanwhile, they cut to another dude, Michael Myers, with real knives dancing, and nobody gives a flying fuck.
Yeah.
So, oops, they did it to me too, Britney.
Yeah.
And yet here Britney is on this sort of like redemption tour, you know, her memoirs coming out, all these documentaries about free Britney.
Yeah.
When's the BAM redemption tour?
Well, I realized just anybody that is negativity or fucking in my way, I was always so friendly and like, you know what, I'll answer this fuck. Hey, how you doing, bro? No, fuck all y'all. I'm fucking hanging out with you, and you. Everybody else can eat my fucking dickhead.
So no redemption. I mean, I totally get
Well, I'm
like,
gonna go on a tour back to California because we gotta get a couple things. So we're gonna get this RV, attach the Bentley to it, and then take the dogs and go from skate spot to skate shop, sign shit, skate with the fans or whatever, and you know, just kind of do meet and greets and visit waterfalls and gay ass national parks.
that's
See some hot geysers.
You talking about the bong. You should talk about the hard bong.
Oh yeah, so now I don't do anything. I don't take any manic bipolar medication because I don't need it. Skateboarding is my medication, and I just puff on a bit of weed, like just that's all I need, and I'm fucking happy camper. So I'm creating these Heartagram bongs. My buddy, his name is Alex. He won an award for best glass blowing in Atlantic City. So we're doing Heartagram bongs. We're only making limited edition.
okay. Well, my mailing address is in the magazine,
Rock and roll.
and I have never asked anyone for anything.
I'll
but
get your
I'm gonna need one
information.
of
I'll
those.
put it
Yeah.
aside.
I used to have Heartagram shit everywhere. I used to have the belt buckle and the shirts, and I never got it tattooed, but it's not too late. Do you own that? Is that yours, or is it Elements, or I
No,
just wonder?
well, nobody knew who him was yet.
Mhm.
And on the cover when you open it, it has the heart. Ville Valo made the Heartagram, and I was just obsessed with the way that it looked, and it makes perfect sense to me.
Okay.
You know, so I started putting it on my skateboard and putting it on the front house of my door, and everybody was buying these skateboards thinking that I created. I'm like, no, if you guys do any research, it's a fucking awesome band from Finland
Mhm.
who I back 100%.
Mhm.
And so because I have 65 Viva La Band episodes running back to back on MTV, and the first thing you see is me open up my door with a big Heartagram, people, you know, thought that I invented, but I mean, we both did, you know, I mean, and you can't really patent a heart and a star. It's like trying to patent the plus sign.
Right.
I'm sure someone has.
Right.
I'm sure someone has tried that shit. And so there's no animosity between you two about who owns that design, and like when it came to the legalities of Element, did they license it from?
Yeah, but there's so many people that are pirating it.
Sure.
And Villa probably doesn't know if I'm aboard with the pirating or not.
Right.
So when somebody has some Heartagram ring or a Heartagram t-shirt or some Heartagram skateboard, which are printed in North Carolina with the most shitty wood on the planet, it's hard for me to even sign it for a fan. You know, like, rad for getting a Heartagram, but A, it's pirated. Villa doesn't make money from it, neither do I, but fuck it, I'll sign it anyway.
Yeah. Good for you.
So like, what is your relationship like with your old sponsors? Like, are there any that really stick out that they stuck with you when times got tough?
Yeah, well, I mean, me and Johnny Schiller from Element, aka Billabong, you know, I pretty much made $20 million from. See, because timing is everything. Nobody knew Jackass would be as big as it was, like a light switch. It was a massive hit, and they were like, fuck, we need to start printing up Jackass shit, sell some t-shirts and sweatshirts and shit. I already had BAM chain wallets, BAM hats, BAM fucking bracelets, BAM rings, and I sold the shit out of them and made $20 million. Now, Element has transferred to Heart Supply, so I ride for the Heart Supply and this company called Sight World. And I've been talking to Remy Stratton from Volcom again. And S Shoes, which is part of Etnies, wants to do it. BAM, another BAM shit.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
I always thought that eventually Bam Margera would have his own clothing line.
Yeah.
I assumed it was so. I found that you had a jewelry line.
That's another thing. Like, I've been ripped off by so many poison cocksuckers. This fucker from Estonia, I bought him a $300,000 printing machine that makes rings.
Yeah, it's like
So
3D
he's
printing
been
of silver.
he's been selling it for 10 years, has not given me a fucking nickel. And I said, "Where's the money?" He's like, "Well, I just bought a better $1 million machine." I'm like, "Okay, that's so we can make more money." I'm like, "But you spent all that on a new fucking machine when you have not given me 1 red cent. I'm gonna fly to Estonia and fuck you up."
I hope you do. Nobody buy that shit. I didn't know that. I was looking. I was like, "Ooh."
Not to mention, if he bumps into, let's say you're a band, Metallica or Black Veil Bride, whoever. "Hey, Metallica, let's do it, dude. I got a ring hole thing. We can make Metallica rings." So now he's doing it to them and not paying me for a fucking machine I bought.
Yeah. Well, no wonder you don't have a clothing line. Shit.
Yeah, it's just hard to trust anybody because, you have to create a really tight bubble of.
Yeah.
It's all about trust. And when you let that bubble get too big, that's what I did. I let every fucking shithead in. They're stealing shit. They're fucking trying to benefit off me. They're trying to get clout. All this stuff. I had an entourage of 10 people or 20 at times, wherever I went. So when I got out of my comfort zone and I was forced to be alone in a treatment center, I was like scared to death because I don't know what it's like to do that. And then that's when I started reading and writing and creating my own fucking strigoi language that 13 other people know, and that's all that I want to know because we fucking write each other codes and shit. Nobody could know it or read it. So, that's the only benefit of being in the longest Florida shuffle, 2 years of $1,300 a night, $660,000 later. But I realized I don't want an entourage. It's too much. And everybody's putting in their 2 cents. Picture me and Danny out at a nice dinner with 6 poison cocksuckers around me. "So, how was your day today, Danny?" "Mine was pretty good. I went skateboarding." "Shut the fuck up." "Yeah, mine was pretty good too." "Shut up. Zip it, zip it, zip it, zip it. Get away from me."
Yeah.
No need for an entourage.
Got it. Hello. Bye.
Unless you're trying to gain status or get pussy.
Questions from the audience. Just throw your hands up, or else we're just gonna keep talking. Hi.
Can you tell the story when a girl hits you with a baseball bat outside your bar?
Yeah, well, I owned a bar called The Note, and it was in Westchester, and anytime I figured this out, there's an 80-year-old lady named Liz Ray who was connected to the building. We soundproofed the shit out of that shit, but I realized at the end of every month, she bitches big time to the point where I would pay her rent. So after 6 months of this shit, I caught on to her and I realized, oh, it's about that time. Ring, ring, ring. It's too loud over there. Yeah, pay your rent. So I knocked on her door. I said, "Listen, we live in a college town. So whether it's my bar or that bar, you're always going to have drunk frat boys at 2 a.m. pissing on the street and screaming at the top of their lungs. So if you don't like it, move to fucking Kennett Square, bitch." And then she went back when that was out. Then the Lamborghini comes up to take me to the hospital that my buddy was driving, and the ambulance and police show up. They're like, "What happened?" She's like, "That Lamborghini ran him over." And I'm like, and I came to. I was like, "Ran me over? That's my car and my buddy. Take me to the hospital because you hit me in the head with a goddamn bat."
Jesus.
And then they searched for the bat. She said, "No, I didn't know it." And then they searched everywhere for the bat. It was hidden under a thing with blood all over it. And then she was going to go to jail for a very long time, but she has all these cousins and brothers and whatever that I would pull up to the fucking gas station and people would just come up to me, "Yo, man, you fuck with my aunt, dog, we're going to fuck you up." So I'm like, shit. So I had to call the police and say, "Don't put her in jail, let her go, because I don't need my car keyed or a goddamn slushy in my convertible every time I'm pulling into fucking Westchester."
Jesus.
Lord,
Yeah.
that's a doozy. Why do these things keep happening to you?
Because I love drama.
It was 2 nights. That's why.
I'm too nice, I'm a troublemaker, I love drama, as long as I'm not in it, but if I'm in it, yay. Think about it. If everybody loved everybody, it would suck big dick.
Yeah.
Because when I'm walking down the street, I was at the neighborhood in Santa Monica at 2 a.m., people are getting let out. This big gay bouncer throws out this other gay kid and he goes, "There's 2 things I like doing, kicking ass and sucking dick, and you're about to get one of them." I'm like, which one's gonna do? Which one? Yeah. It was fucking awesome. Picture of everybody walks out, "Oh, what a great night, hon. Yeah, that was such a great night." That's why I hate Instagram. Because it's fucking fake as hell.
Yeah.
Everything is, Me and my girlfriend at the beach. Me and my girlfriend having a nice dinner. Me and my friend hanging out. No, this fucker pissed me off because he rear-ended me because he was texting somebody, wasn't paying attention. I'm having a bad day today. Nobody does that. Everything's having so much fun. Having so much fun.
Yeah.
Having so much fun, guys. Look how much fun I'm having. I don't care really sees how much fun I'm having in Miami.
So you don't like Instagram?
No, it's just fake as hell. How many friends do you have? Well, I have 1,100 followers on Instagram. All right, like I said, how many friends do you have? Well, 11,000. Have you met any of them? No, but we chit-chat all day on the interweb. How many friends do you have in real life? I didn't really think about that. And it's you can't even watch a fucking rock show these days without every shithead on their fucking phone. How was the show? I don't know. I was too busy fucking FaceTiming Brian to make sure he watched it too.
Yeah.
That's why the Misfits fucking said no phones in this venue, and it was the best rock show I've ever seen because they were actually moshing for once. Now everybody's just like,
That's so true.
hey Katie, check it out. It's Ghost playing. Isn't it awesome? The guitar solo's happening right now and I'm not even listening to it because I'm too busy talking to your fucking ass.
I hope you guys are taking pictures of him
Put
talking
the
to my
phones
baby.
down.
This is going to be great on my gram. So I appreciate it.
Well, Lisa Alden can say this is how he is all the time. I get that question.
I don't doubt it.
He's always
I
like
don't doubt it. If there's one thing you are consistent about, it's you're authentic.
Yes.
There's no sugarcoating Bam Margera. How's your relationship with your folks right now?
Difficult because I've realized that anytime my mom calls, it's some kind of issue. Like, we got a fucking bill from Arkansas. Did somebody, yeah, I must have left my credit card there. I don't know. Phil, we have to get his money. It's always something that I don't want to hear. And then when I ripped off the signed Billy Idol acoustic guitar off the wall, because it was the first thing next to me, I hit it over my brother's head or against the something, but it smashed. Either way, his dumb girlfriend called the police and said that I have a death threat charge, terroristic death threat charge, saying I'll put a bear trap on her foot. I was like, shut up, I'll put a fucking bear trap on your foot. I just landed from LA with no luggage, so I didn't have a bear trap, and you've been living in my house for free for 3 years, and you know that there isn't one in there. Plus, I put my hand in a bear trap in Jackass 2, and it didn't even break it, so cool your jetpack.
I feel like that's got to be one of the most difficult things about being Bam Margera, is that if the police get called and it's just like, Bam Margera just took a rocket to the moon and crashed it into the CN Tower, and like they're gonna believe it.
Well, the thing is that in my township of Copson, where Castle Bam is, I had Slayer play the first day I moved in, and they had a housewarming party for me for a cake with the whole neighborhood, and I didn't even show up. I was too busy having Players Slay at 3 a.m, making the fucking jail cell shake because it's right there, and they're going bonkers. So I caused a big problem the day I moved in. Long story short, anything I come up with, they shut it down or try to shut it down. So let's think of the dumbest thing. Let's have a lesbian wrestling match and they're all vegans. No more vegan lesbian wrestling matches. Ma'am, are you a lesbian? Yeah, I am. Are you vegan? I happen to be. Do you wrestle? Yeah. Can't come to Picasso. Like anything I come up with. No, since I've been there, no upside down cars in the driveway anymore. No more Civil War reenactments, no more treetop casinos, no more zip lines, no more doing donuts in the yard, no more fucking rock concerts. There's now a noise gauge at 11 or something, and you can't have more than a certain amount of people at your house anymore. And they also have, you can't sell tickets, you can't have an event, and you can't sell else. The very next day, I have 10 horses coming through my private gated property because there was a little hole in there for the rainstorm. And they're in there with 10 horses, fucking flutes, and guns, and dogs trying to shoot a fox. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? They're like, oh, it's the fox hunting event. I'm like, event? Do you sell tickets? Yeah, they're $20. So you just started a rule because I had Yellow Wolf coming to play an MGK, and you wanted to shut it down so bad that you made a new rule that you can't sell tickets and events. The next day, you're trespassing in my property trying to kill a fucking fox, which is my spirit animal, and you just sold a ticket and it's an event. Well, they're grandfathered in. It's been happening for many years.
Yeah.
What on earth is your life? I feel like I would never wish reality TV on anyone, but the things that happen to you are just like unbelievable.
Well, I had $300,000 a week to spend for 65 weeks of flying people in, blowing shit up, fixing it and whatnot. So, yeah.
So no regrets.
I don't know. I have no regrets. I've learned from my mistakes.
Yeah.
And everything is meant to happen for a reason, because if none of that turmoil happened to me, I never would have hightailed to Los Angeles to go to the Sunset Marquee to meet fucking Princess Purple Rain.
And now you're here today to tell the tale.
And I'm here to tell the tale.
Let's talk about your tattoos.
Yeah.
I want to know what your first one was and what your most recent one was. You don't have to show me.
No, we can do that.
Unless you want it. Unless it's...
Well, my most recent was the other day. It's a wolf, Phoenix the wolf.
That's a hurty spot.
Yeah. And then my first tattoo was this heart when I was 17.
Wow.
And then my second one was that Heartagram thing. And then third was this big ass 8-hour thing. But everybody asked me what my favorite one is. I guess my credit card, because I could buy shit on the interweb. MC for MasterCard 916 is back code 1223 expiration date. Because or Brad on my pit. You get it, Brad Pitt.
Oh my god. I do get it. I hate it.
And I got a sample faction for this one. Queerer than a football bat. And a football bat looked pretty queer.
You got a staph infection from that? Is that what you said?
I had the pleasure of getting a staph. I jumped in the Sublime hot tub, that rock band Sublime. You already need a hazmat suit to get into that fucking thing. You know what I mean? So yeah. Because you're not supposed to get into a hot tub right after a tattoo.
No, you are not. No, you are not. Well, we've got to wrap up momentarily, guys, because this room is being used for something else, apparently. Anything you want to ask Ben before we wrap up?
So, you lived a pretty wild life, enough to base a movie on it. So, do you think it will happen? And if so, who would play you?
What a great question. This kid's going places. You need a job?
No one can play me because, for instance, there was a movie called Grind that I was in, and because of Hollywood movie magic, they think they could get a fucking real actor to play a skateboarder showing skate clips. So when Matt Vogel is doing his lines and then they film him drop in, they zoom in on him with his dumb helmet, and then when he drops in, I'm like, that's just Brian Sumner doing fucking... And then the other one was Bucky Lee. Like, I know exactly what you're doing, to the point where they don't even know if he's skating regular or goofy. And you have to film skate tricks a certain way. It was so cheesy to me that you can't imitate my style.
Yeah.
It's impossible.
But you were talking about like almost a dramatization film, like an autobiographical thing. But like, are you saying that if someone were to make a Bam Margera biography film, it would have to include skating? Like actual tricks being landed by the actor?
Hell yeah. The only way to make it work would be to show my old tricks, because you can't redo them. Even if you say, let's say it's a kickflip crooked grind down a 10-stair rail. Well, if Nigel Houston does it, neat. And then we have Jamie Foy do it, neat. And then Yuto Horigome, neat. They all do it in a different way. You can't imitate the way they do it. That's why skateboarding is so original. I get it. Basketball. You shoot a ball that way, they shoot a ball that way. Volleyball, same thing. Fucking tennis, same thing. What's the point? To go back and forth to see who wins or not. Boring. Skateboarding, you could fucking crooked grind this, you could do the loop, it's endless. And it's the hardest sport on the planet and most painful one besides motocross, but they practice it in a foam pit to the point where they could do it first try, every try, and if they don't, they're probably going to be dead. So besides motocross, skateboarding is the hardest, hands down. Football, gnarly, I get it. You tackle each other, but you have pads on and you're getting ready for the tackle because you see them coming. Skateboarding, you can rack your fucking dick, slide on your face, and knock yourself out on the loop. Anything. It's very dangerous.
Did you say rack your dick?
Rack your dick.
Rack it on the rack. Okay.
And I grew up skating with Pink, the singer Pink, because she in Doylestown, and I saw it at VMAs Awards, and she's like, "Do you know who I am?" I'm like, "Oh, all weird." I'm like, "Oh yeah, you're the singer Pink." She's like, "No, I'm Alicia with the green hair. We used to skate at Cheapskates when we were 12." I'm like, "That's fucking you." Remember when you did a blunt to cunt? A blunt is a blunt to fake. It's a skate trick. She did it and then credit carded. So blunt to cunt.
Credit carded. This is all terminology I
Pink
haven't
skates.
heard
She has a half pipe in Venice.
forever. No shit.
Yeah.
Damn.
Wow.
That's pretty badass. Well, Bam, with all that you've created, you know, like hitting it big in skateboarding is huge. Everything you've done with music, everything you've done with reality, like so much. Looking back on it, and you can't say pussy, what is the single thing you are most proud of?
Like stunt wise?
No.
Phoenix the Wolf, I'm proud of because I was so bored in treatment. I wrote down all the girls that I fucked, and it happened to be 88,
88?
or give or take. But 88 is what I remember, and I'm a professional because I know how to not get you pregnant. The only one time I did it was in Barcelona, Spain, and I said his name is Phoenix the Wolf. He's born on Christmas. It was first fucking try. He's very important to me.
Awesome.
Your son is what you're most proud of.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good answer.
Good answer.
Yes.
Good answer.
Yeah.
Secondly,
And the 88.
my new structured vibe I have. We live in such a tight bubble in the middle of nowhere with 10 jackasses, like real
Oh, and
jackasses,
they're all females, by the way.
and bunch of cows, chickens, 2 dogs, and there's crystals everywhere. I have a indoor heated pool, hot tub, sauna, and it's just so fun not have Castle Bam. If you know my gate code, come over anytime as long as you bring me a 6-pack. So it could be 3 a.m. Door opens, yo, and then I'll wake up and start drinking a 6-pack. And if they want to party and me still sleep, then go ahead. I don't care. So there's no rules. I had 2 rules at Castle Bam. 1, throw your fucking shit away. The trash can's free. I don't charge a fee. Number 2, shut off the goddamn lights when you're done, because if you leave them on and I wake up at high noon, it costs me $600 for you to skate all night. So turn off lights, throw shit away. They can't seem to do that. So now there is no rules. Rules at Castle Bam. There are no rules, only consequences. So if you want to be the drunk shithead and take a shit on my rug, get ready to get knocked out by the Russian bear.
You hear that, Emma?
I should have done that.
Well, on that note, guys, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you, Bam. We're so glad that you're here.
I like the questions, you're good energy.
Thank you. And yeah, I'll wait for that bottle.
Great. Oh yeah. Well, you're in.
Yeah. She's not gonna let you forget. You're going back to your table to sign stuff?
Yeah.
Go buy shit, everybody. Thank you so much for being here.
I got a gift for you.
Oh, cool.
Ooh, what's
Oh,
this?
fun.
Sure.
Dope. What? Did you make that? Wow, is that your breath? Look at the back.
Oh, fun.
Notorious THC.
Thank you.
Yeah, make sure you're wearing that when you cross the border. Your brass knuckles at the same time. Thanks,
Look at
everyone.
all my weed shirt, my brass knuckles are right in the
Yeah,
back.